Welcome to our comprehensive guide on Domain 1 of the CISA exam. This is the starting point for your journey to becoming a certified information systems auditor. Domain 1 focuses on the information system auditing process. It provides the fundamental framework for how audits are planned, executed, and reported. In terms of exam weighting, Domain 1 accounts for approximately 21% of the total exam. This makes it one of the most significant sections to master. The domain is divided into two main parts, IS Audit Services and IS Audit Management. Let's break down the core content outline. First, we look at IS Audit Standards, Guidelines, and Codes of Ethics. These are the rules of the road for every professional auditor. Next is risk-based auditing. This ensures that audit resources are focused on the areas with the highest potential impact on the organization. We also cover audit planning and management. This involves defining the scope, objectives, and the specific steps needed to complete the audit. Audit execution is where the actual testing happens. You'll learn about gathering evidence, sampling techniques, and evaluating internal controls. Reporting and communication are critical. An auditor must be able to present findings clearly to stakeholders and management. Finally, we have follow-up activities. This ensures that management has implemented the agreed-upon recommendations. Now, let's look at the learning objectives and task statements. These are the specific skills you must demonstrate to pass. Task 1. Execute a risk-based IS audit strategy in compliance with IS audit standards to ensure that key areas are included. Task 2. Plan specific audits to determine whether information systems are protected, controlled, and provide value to the organization. Task 3. Conduct audits in accordance with IS audit standards to achieve planned audit objectives. Task 4. Communicate audit results and make recommendations to relevant stakeholders through meetings and audit reports. Task 5. Conduct follow-ups to determine whether management has taken appropriate timely action. To succeed, you must understand knowledge statements like ICAN's IT audit and assurance standards and guidelines. You also need a deep understanding of risk assessment concepts and tools used in the audit process. Understanding internal controls and their role in mitigating risk is another core requirement. Finally, knowledge of audit evidence collection techniques, such as observation, inquiry, and inspection, is essential. Where should you study? The primary resource is the CISA Review Manual. It is the definitive source for exam content. The CISA Review Questions, Answers, and Explanations database is also vital for practicing the types of questions you'll see. Consider using third-party study guides and online courses from reputable providers like iotutors.co to supplement your learning. Joining online forums and study groups can provide peer support and different perspectives on complex topics. Lastly, take full-length practice exams to build your stamina and identify areas where you need more focus. Let's test your knowledge with some self-assessment questions. Try to answer before the solution is revealed. Question 1. Which of the following is the most important factor when planning a risk-based IS audit? A. Audit budget. B. Risk assessment results. C. Availability of audit staff. D. Previous audit findings. The correct answer is B. Risk assessment results. In a risk-based approach, the audit focus is determined by the level of risk. Risk assessment helps prioritize audit resources toward areas that pose the greatest threat to the organization's objectives. Question 2. What is the primary purpose of an audit charter? A. To document the audit plan. B. To define the authority and responsibility of the audit function. C. To list audit findings. D. To provide a budget. The correct answer is B. To define the authority and responsibility of the audit function. The charter establishes the audit department's standing. Without a charter, the auditor may not have the necessary access to information or the independence required to perform their duties. Question 3. Which sampling method is most appropriate when an auditor wants to draw a conclusion about an entire population? A. Haphazard sampling. B. Judgmental sampling. C. Statistical sampling. D. Convenient sampling. The correct answer is C. Statistical sampling. This method uses mathematical rules to select samples and evaluate results. Statistical sampling allows the auditor to quantify the sampling risk and provide a mathematically defensible conclusion. Question 4. What is the primary reason for conducting an exit interview at the end of an audit? A. To assign blame. B. To ensure facts are correct. C. To negotiate findings. D. To start the next audit. The correct answer is B. To ensure facts are correct. The exit interview is a chance to confirm findings with management before the final report. This helps avoid misunderstandings and ensures that the audit report is accurate and fair. To recap, Domain 1 is about the process. Master the standards, understand risk-based planning, and know how to communicate results. Remember to always think like an auditor from ISACA's perspective. Focus on independence, objectivity, and professional skepticism. Thank you for watching. For more resources and practice questions, visit our website at www.iotutors.co. Good luck with your CISA exam.